This morning, presenters Josie Gibson and Martin Lewis were giving people costume ideas for World Book Day during Monday's show. Things got slightly chaotic towards the end of Monday's This Morning, as the ITV show featured a segment with children modeling costumes for World Book Day. However, as crying and disruption could be heard backstage, it was clear some of the children didn't want to go into the studio. The segment was done by Sian Welby, who told the duo, "I'm dressed as Mary Poppins. I think we're going to need Super Nanny at this rate. You might be able to hear a lot of very hungry kids do a nap in the background." Starting off with two toddlers dressed as a pirate and a fairy, the children seemed taken aback as they weren't sure what to do while walking on the runway. As Martin Lewis asked them to give a big bow, one of them ran off stage onto the studio floor. As they laughed over the moment, it was time for the next two children to come out. However, one clearly wasn't happy as they were screaming and crying whilst an adult tried to get them onto the stage. Although the trio tried to make the child feel at ease, he wasn't having any of it as he continued to cry and attempted to get off stage. Later on in the segment, the presenters asked the kids questions, although the majority were too shy to answer them. As they laughed over the moment, it was time for the next two children to come out. However, one clearly wasn't happy as they were screaming and crying whilst an adult tried to get them onto the stage. Although the trio tried to make the child feel at ease, he wasn't having any of it as he continued to cry and attempted to get off stage. Later on in the segment, the presenters asked the kids questions, although the majority were too shy to answer them. Geordie Gog said, "Poor kids, making them wait around for hours, probably bored out of their heads and starving by now. Should have just done this item at the start of the show." At Boppity_Boo34 added, "The kids don't sound impressed." At Jetty_Macpy_11 commented, "This morning sounding like a soft play center at the moment." At Vanessa Hodges tweeted, "Kids crying backstage, awkward." At MaggieMoo83 said, "Absolute madness. Segments like that should be pre-recorded. It was all too much for them, and understandably so. They are little more than babies." At Mickey added, "This morning this program is definitely scraping the bottom of the barrel. So much so, I'm cutting my break short." As the segment came to a close, Josie Gibson and Martin Lewis laughed over what had happened as they congratulated Sian for getting through it all. Josie said, "You've done so well, you've got all that to come, haven't you? Congratulations, Sian, and well done." It comes after the radio star recently announced she's expecting her first child with her partner. Revealing the news on her radio show last week, she told listeners, "The lies, the deceit, the mocktails. I couldn't wait to tell you. This is a whole new journey for me, and I want to take you all on it with me. And don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. This is going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to share it with you all."